The light comes first. It is a slow and gentle thing. It moves across the land like a careful hand. It touches the tips of stone towers. It touches the soft dust on the ground. It lifts the colors from the earth, turning grey, pale rose, soft gold. In this early hour, before the world is fully awake, many balloons begin to rise. They float like soft, silent moons in the deep blue of the fading night. Dozens rise into the sky. They drift above the valleys, their small fires glowing from within. They make the sky look full of quiet, breathing lanterns. The world feels vast and still. The land begins to wake. There is only the slow movement of light and air, and the feeling of being a small part of a very large and beautiful moment. Cappadocia looks like a story made of rock. The hills are not smooth and rounded. They are carved and worn into fantastic shapes. Tall cones of stone rise from the valley floors. People call them Fairy Chimneys. They look like soft peaked hats. They look like candles melted and reformed over centuries. They stand in groups. They stand alone, keeping the marks of ancient rain and wind. They cast long, strange shadows at low sun. Light finds their hollows, their dark old windows. Lines wrap them like rings on a tree. The stone holds warm, gentle color, pale, creamy yellow, soft, dusty pink, brown as rich as freshly baked bread. Wind and rain pushed and pulled this soft volcanic tuff for millions of years. Goreme is a village made of stone. It does not sit upon the land. It grows out of it. A small town stitched into the cliffs, stitched into the hillsides. Windows and doors in stone, looking over the valley below. Narrow, winding paths step into a different sense of time. Low doorways into cool, dark rooms. Stone steps worn into gentle curves. The whole place feels like a dream. Soft morning light, then late afternoon gold. Every step slow and full of care. People move slowly through the village. The town holds a deep, steady calm. Sounds are muted. A voice from an open window, a broom on stone, children's laughter between rock walls. Old and new side by side, modern life within ancient walls. Hidden within the stone of Cappadocia are its churches. Long ago, people carved small, secret chapels deep inside the rock formations. They were places of quiet worship and refuge. From outside, only a small dark opening. Inside, peace and devotion. The air is cool and still. It smells of dust, of damp stone, of old candle wax and oil. The walls are not bare. Simple paintings, frescoes made hundreds of years ago. Deep reds, earthy ochres, soft blues. Faces of saints and angels with kind expressions. A thin ray of sun touches a painted face. It seems to breathe for a moment. Time folds in on itself. You almost hear ancient chants. You imagine oil lamps flickering in the dark. Not grand cathedrals, but small sanctuaries. Columns and arches carved from living rock. Walking from one to another is like turning pages of an ancient illustrated book. The town of Avanos is different. It sits on the banks of the the Red River, moving like a slow silver thread through the land. For thousands of years it has carried rich red clay from the highlands. Locals take clay from the riverbed and shape it into beautiful things. The town is famous for its pottery. This craft is the heartbeat of the community, passed from parent to child, from master to apprentice. At a simple wheel, hands move with practiced grace. The wheel turns, steady, hypnotic. The clay comes alive, rising in gentle waves, thinning and widening under guidance. A bowl is born, a jug is formed. The work is slow, calm, sure. Each piece keeps faint lines. The clay remembers the touch. Pots dry in the sun, then take on centuries-old patterns by careful hand. Fired in hot kilns, soft earth turned lasting and beautiful. Daily life tied to clay, to the river, to steady hands. A grounded, creative life. Life in Cappadocia is full of small, quiet moments. At dawn, people sit on terraces and walls, holding small tulip-shaped glasses of hot tea, They watch balloons rise against the growing light. Voices are few and soft. The world seems to hold its breath, a quiet prayer shared without words. Food here is simple and warm. Bread is a staple of every meal, fresh from hot ovens, some still built into cave walls. The smell of grain, salt and fire, the smell of home. Meals are not loud or fast, shared in small, steady ways. Bread, cheese, olives, an hour of being settled and content. You can walk for hours and find stillness. Patient hands, careful work, small acts filling the day, close to the earth. As the day moves toward evening, the light becomes kind again. Harsh midday softens into deep, warm gold. Chimney tops begin to glow. Valleys fill with long, soft shadows. Balloons return to earth. People drift into the streets. A ribbon of smoke rises as bread bakes for evening. Sunset is a slow closing. Sky colors deepen. Streaks of orange, pink and purple. Last light runs like liquid silk across hilltops. Land like a sea of stone. Chimneys like islands. An intricate pattern of light and shadow. Night breathes softly over the rocks. This place holds the marks of wind, of rain, of human hands. It teaches a slow way of being. The earth speaks in soft tones, asking to be seen, to be felt, with a quiet heart and open eyes. Beauty in what is old, patient, imperfect, a home carved from earth, rhythm steady as breath, the taste of warm bread. You keep a small, clear picture, dawn valleys with silent moons. It makes you slow down, breathe, and walk among the valleys of light.